what to pack on safari. It's basically what you've got is all you need. What I bring is the minimal. You don't want too much where you're overdoing it. So I'll show you some of the equipment that I bring. Keep it simple, keep it plain. Couple of lenses, couple of bodies, couple of filters. Filters are a must. I've moaned about this so many times. I've seen so many good pictures being destroyed because people don't use filters because of the harsh African sun. You can get around that if you use filters. You know, a lot of people will say no, but you know, if you know how to use them the right way, then you'll be surprised what a filter can pull out. I'll put some shots up of a cheetah, put some up now of this cheetah. I took this cheetah with a variable ND. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, very hot, very bright, and I used a variable ND with a polarizer. Took away all the harsh light, brought back the saturations, and I can control it. Variable NDs for stills, yeah, why not? Why not? You know, don't be scared. Try, have an experiment. You know, too many people will knock filters, but don't. They're not just for landscapes. They're also for wildlife. And many people that come on my trips they hear me moan about them all the time. They always say, put this on, or they say, how do you get that shot? How do you get that shot? Filters. It's the way forward. And today's filters, they are so good. You know, you get what you pay for. If you're going to buy cheap, you're going to get cheap. I use Nissi filters. I do use a couple of freewells, not too many, as a slight color cast. Nissi, the true colors, I find don't have a color cast, but you know, it all depends on your style of photography, but it also depends on what you're using. You know, what white balance you're using as well. You know, sit down, play with them, buy a set. You know, I use the Swift kits on the Nissi, which I really do like. But anyway, let's not keep going on and moaning about things, but I like to see people enjoy themselves and getting what they can get out of their safari. So I'm going to go through all the stuff that I take with me, but not out here. It is very bright, and even at the moment I've got a filter on my Osmo 3 sitting here, which take away all the harsh light. And we go inside and I'll show you some of the stuff that we got. Okay, let's go in. What I bring on safari in Kenya or Africa or wherever I go, you sometimes are limited, depends where you're going. If you're going to get an internal bush flight, then 15 kilos, 20 kilos, depending where you're going. But this is basically the basic stuff that I bring that works. Done many safaris, and this is the stuff I always intend to bring. So I'll just show you quickly what I bring. First of all, I'll bring me Osmo Pocket 3, which is fantastic for doing the vlogging. Your iPhone, that is another part of your equipment. Anything up close, the iPhones are pretty good for things like that. I bring a 70 to 200 on the ZVE1. The ZVE1 for video quality is amazing. The wildlife tracking in video mode is absolutely superb. I won't go anywhere without the ZVE1. In my eyes, it's just not a vlogging camera, it's a fantastic video camera for wildlife, especially the slow motion. The S&Q on this is absolutely astonishing. So I always bring that 70 to 200, always attached to the ZVE1. I then bring a couple of Sony microphones. We've got the new one here. I'll bring this a little bit closer so you can see. I bring this one here. I'm not going to tell you the names, they're so long. Why Sony make these names so long? Like half of the alphabet. But I use this one and I use this one here. This one I use on the ZVE1 and this one I use on the A1. Very good microphones. I love them. Bit pricey, but well worth the money. You get what you pay for in this world in photography. I also bring the A1 with the 200 to 600. The A1, even without updates, it's such a fantastic camera for wildlife, for tracking, even the 8K video, 4K video, for anything. You'll go a long way trying to find something that even today outperforms the A1 where it comes to speed and tracking for wildlife. I also bring my filters, my Nissi filters I bring, which will go on the 70 to 200, the 200 to 600. I have one here, which is the for the 200/600, which is the 90mm, 95mm, which is the variable ND. That goes on the front of this one here. I've also got the same variable ND for 70-200, which is the 82mm, but I always buy a step-up ring so it's easy to turn. All these here and polarizers, always bring polarizers. You'll be surprised how much polarizer will save your life in harsh light. If you don't want to get home and you've got a leopard or you've got some animal, put a polarizer on, cuts down the glare, brings back the saturation, and I go on about filters all the time. Now I use Nissi because it's, to me, they're expensive, but you get what you pay for. And in this game, you don't want to make mistakes and ruin a picture. So these are all Nissi Swift True Colors. Like I said, they are expensive, a few £100 for the whole sets, but well worth the money. So I've always got a few here that I bring with me in the cases. So I've got those there. What else do I bring? A GoPro, always bring a GoPro. Yeah, I've always got a GoPro, and the reason why I bring a GoPro is if I want to take a video of the vehicle, I use the GoPro. If it's driving over the top of it or anything, it's great for that. Or I use me little stick here, yeah, which then allows me to put me GoPro, as you can see it's quite long, it allows me to put me GoPro on here, and I can then put this out of the vehicle, and then that gives me some really good shots. I mean, you can see the length of this, yeah, and that gives me some really good sort of up close, not too close to animals, but in line when we're going along. I can use the GoPro for that, or as we go along with the animals as we're driving. Now this is the Grab Grip. I've said before, I made a video on this, excellent piece of kit, don't go anywhere without this. That with a GoPro on, it's like a gimbal, it's nice, it always keeps the horizon. So out the vehicle, I'm hanging that down, going along with the vehicle. Under the vehicle you can see the tyres and everything else. So that's how I get my shots, is with this here. I said binoculars. I also use a wide angle lens. So I sit down, I'm doing this inside my tent because it's so hot outside. So I use the 16-35, which is the G lens, but it's the f4 Powers-M, which is a fantastic lens. I love this lens, I really do. And it's, you know, and you've got the all the aperture rings outside, so it's easy when I'm doing video. I could change it on the fly there, which is good. So I take that one. What else do I take? I take the freewheel. I bring the freewheel filter, which is the gold mist filter, because unfortunately Nissi don't make the gold mist anymore, and I use the gold mist quite a lot in the bush. It really brings out the colours, and especially on the Lion's Mane, it really makes the yellows pop. So that's the Freewell Gold Mist. I like that one. I think they call it a gold mist. I'll double check. It's the magnetic one. Yes, the gold stripe. It's very much like gives you the little bit of anamorphic look with the against the lights, but to use it on its own, it's absolutely superb. I've got my Freewell filters that I use for this here, which is my Osmo 3. The Freewell, this kit is really good. I also use another filter, which is my Philip Bloom filters, which I use as well, which are also like a gold bloom filter. Gives that nice soft goldy effect. And you know, for video or even for stills, you know, this is all I bring. Yeah, this is all I bring. And the good thing about the filters are, especially with the Nissi ones, is that they all combine. So I can use the variable ND, and then I could put a polarizer straight on the top of that, and I ain't got to worry about it. So I can use the two, just turn the two, and I can control. Where some filters you can't do that. It's if the variable ND's got a CPL already attached, then you've not really got much play in it. You can only use the power of the variable ND. But using the Nissi Swift kit, I can dial in both at the same time without taking them off. I can then put the polarizer where I want it. If it's a damp day and the leaves are really shiny, I could turn the polarizer to take away the glare of the leaves. If a lion is actually drinking, I could turn it down. If it's something up in the sky, I could turn it around. And at the same time, I'm controlling it with the variable ND for my shutter speed to match whatever I'm using on the camera. So this is basically the majority of the stuff I use. I always bring with the Osmo Pocket, I've got a spare battery. There's one on there, which is these little ones here. They're well worth the money, it lasts for ages, and the little grip there. I think the Osmo Pocket kit is well worth the money. But basically this is what I bring, and that is all I need. I don't need nothing else. Yeah, and then I put my bag in the car, the actual vehicles, the doors open nice and low. I put my bin bag, and then the good thing about these cameras, even with the A1, just pull out the actual screen like this, and I can then put that down on the floor in the vehicle, and I can look down on the screen as I'm shooting out. So articulated screens, they're not bad if you like them, like the ZV-1. You could do the same and keep that in your hand like this, but I find with big cameras and big lenses, you could break this if it sticks out. So I can see one of the reasons, the advantages of just a pull out. It works for me. I know I've not got to worry about it. But basically that's my kit, and just me. Sunglasses, hats, and one other thing which I will show you. This is something that I always bring with me, is I always bring salt tablets. Yeah, these are black currant. These are salt energy tablets which you can just break in half, put in there, give it a shake. That really helps, yeah, when you're dehydrated and you're not drinking enough water, because it's very important. Drop one of these in your water, poof, it helps you out. These are just the 0 sugar, 0 calories high energy blackcurrant drinks. It just dissolves them in here, gives you all the sugars, all the salts that you need. So basically that's all I bring. I don't bring nothing else other than my laptop, my iPad. I bring those, and my mini hard drives. Everything gets downloaded onto there, and that's it. Don't need nothing else. So if you go on safari, or if you come along with me, I'll give you a list of what you need. But yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated. It could be simple. Yeah, keep it low, keep it simple, and yeah, enjoy your safari. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, appreciate it.